Hi, seniors. This is Mrs. Spear, and it's been a very, very long time since we've seen each other. I got to be in the presence of some of you today for the road shows. So if you were at the road show, you know I was definitely encouraging of people remaining silent and keeping their cameras off just because I didn't want to be infringing on your time on an asynchronous day. I wanted to go ahead and recap what we went over today pretty quickly, as quickly as I can get through it, so that you can look back at this. If you missed some parts of the roadshow, or watch it if you missed the entire roadshow for whatever reason, no judgment. You do what you got to do right now. And that's my whole most important point about this, is that I 100% understand that these are very difficult times. Senior year is tough as it is. You add in financial and medical and social strain from COVID. You add in the fact that distance learning is just harder, and there's no way around that. And what you end up with is it's really stressful right now. I'm very, very sorry that you guys have already gone through almost a quarter of your senior year. You've looked forward to, that you've planned for, and now it's turned out this way, and I'm very, very sorry about that. A lot of your peers, seniors and not seniors, have contacted me about struggling with classes, struggling with motivation, struggling with stress, and struggling with stuff at home, and I want to encourage you to keep doing that. I don't know exactly how bad it is for you specifically, but I am absolutely here to listen and find out and see if there's any way we can problem solve anything that'll help you get through this time right now. At the same time, it's also important that you keep looking towards the future. We've got to get through this semester and second semester and graduate on time and move on and have something to look forward to after all this is over. When you look at your email, you will see that in the original email, hopefully I'll remember doing it in this one, you have in this case, the video link, plus you should have the website link. And that's pretty much what we went over in the roadshow today. This on the screen is the website. This is something to bookmark now, please, and go back and refer to it later, because there's a ton of information on here and there's no way I could ever get through it all in this amount of time. Scrolling down on the website, we're going to start with a couple of the most important things as far as graduation this year. There are two new requirements. Number one, according to the state of Illinois, you have to have a post-secondary plan in place in order to graduate. That means you and I have to document what you will be doing after graduation. It doesn't have to be Harvard University. It can be a college, it can be a community college, it can be a trade school, but it can also be the military or an apprenticeship program or the workforce. Mostly hanging out in your mother's basement is not the kind of thing we can document. So you can use these links on the website to look into all of those options and to look into how to document each of them. But as far as actually proving that you have a plan in place, we're not done. We don't even have all of the things set up yet, since this is, number one, brand new, and number two, you don't necessarily know what's going to be happening, and you certainly don't have much proof yet. So all of that will really be coming second semester. We'll get the forms ready to go so that you can prove your plan. But for the moment, you need to know that it's a requirement for graduation, and we've got all the information here for you, at least all the information we have so far. The other new requirement for graduation is the FAFSA. That means that no matter what your plans for after high school, the state of Illinois is requiring you to complete the FAFSA, the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. Here's the thing. Not everyone can do the FAFSA. And I and some of the other counselors are very conscious of that fact and want to make sure that you would still be able to graduate. And luckily, the state of Illinois just made a new law which allows that exact same thing to happen. So what the state lawmakers did was they created the alternative application to federal student aid. Mainly, there are two reasons you would use it. One, if you do not have a Social Security number and you are not a citizen of the United States, then you can use the alternative application, also known as the RISE Act, because that's the name of the law that put it into place, to apply for financial aid in the state of Illinois. It also works for the graduation requirement. The other main reason that people might use it is if you are a transgender student, you might use the alternative application if you are unable to fill out the FAFSA to the draft registration qualification to earn FAFSA. One way or another, you have to fill out either the FAFSA or the alternative application this year in order to graduate. No, it doesn't matter whether your parents have Social Security numbers or not, but if you don't, then you can use the alternative application and you just move on just like everything else. Also on this website is a whole bunch of other information. Number one, there's a big button that says, I can't fill out the FAFSA on my own, please help me. Perfect, click this button. Here's our website, so you can go back to that. And then at the bottom, there's all this other stuff. Please feel free to scroll through it and click on things. That's awesome. But I'm not going to tell you that I know every little link on here. I know the information probably in general, but I haven't gone through every link on here. So you can always ask me questions too. The very bottom is our calendar, which is very, very thorough and updated this year, thanks to Ms. Howard. So make sure you're going through here because there's NACAC events and college visit information, all kinds of good stuff, in addition to other things that aren't necessarily going to be college specific. Because remember, we're not just thinking college as a solution. We're trying to keep all the options open. In trying to keep all of this very brief, I'm not going to go through the slideshow with you one by one. Actually, I'm going to open it in a different screen. I'm not going to go through it page by page by page exactly, but I want you to know it's there. Graduation requirements, how to get help, please. My point is make sure you're reaching out to me and let me know when you need help. In the roadshows, I made sure everybody got the link to sign up to see me, and I'm going to send that with the email when I send this video too. 2-year college versus 4-year college. I absolutely encourage you to do an apprenticeship program to become a plumber or an electrician or go into the military. Also, if you are thinking about college, things you need to be doing right now are requesting letters of recommendation and working on the applications. Sending a transcript is a little different this year, so make sure you're looking at the information for that. Letters of recommendation, if you ask me, which I will absolutely do one for you, you just have to fill out a form for me so I know exactly how to help best. Usually I like to focus on obstacles you've overcome. Financial aid scholarships, you're not behind at this point. Pretty much that's the piece of information you need to know right now. They'll be really getting busy in like December, January. Entering the workforce, apprenticeship, military, here are upcoming events are on this same slideshow in here embedded. And most importantly, make sure that you are getting the help you need mentally, socially, emotionally, also academically, also for your future. But if nothing else comes to mind as a solution, please feel free to use me as your first stop for any and all of those. I'm sorry I didn't get to see you at the roadshow, or if I did, I didn't see your face anyway. But I hope that this video helps a little bit. Feel free to watch me at super speed. Doesn't hurt my feelings. And we will be in touch later. Bye.